You know, this lockdown, it hasn't just brought out the inner chef in me, it's brought out the inner gardener as well. And I've been taking a bit more of an interest in the garden recently. And the other day I let you see a wee bit of the garden, this Gunera plant, which is really quite astonishing in its size. I mean, look at the size of these leaves, for heaven's sake. Would you believe something like that? It's the sort of thing the dinosaurs might have eaten, you would think. Anyway, and let's go underneath because this is where all the action is. And you can see its flower underneath here. And it's very unusual. And look at these stems with the sort of jaggy bits on them. You wouldn't want to be a wee creature rubbing up against that. It would be pretty sore, I would imagine. And also in this garden there's another lovely feature, which is this tree here. It's some sort of red fir and really quite magnificent. I've always admired it in the time that I've been here, these 15 years, and it's really beautiful. And one of the things about it is, of course, it changes colour. As the autumn comes, it goes a sort of red, and the needles, and then yellow, and then of course it sheds its needles. You can have a wee look under the canopy here. There it is, all its branches stretching out and giving a lovely shade. Over here we have a bit more of the garden, and oh yes, in the corner here, we've been living a bit of the good life without Felicity Kendall, it has to be said, but we've been making our compost heap. This is our new one. We've got another one round the back, but this is a recently installed compost heap. It's got a bit of decomposition to go before we're ready to use that. And then got these wee stairs and up over these wee hills at the back of the garden, and I'll take you round to this little pond over here, yes. And in the pond we've got this plant which is, I think it's called a skunk cabbage or a western skunk cabbage, but anyway it grows in the water here, and you can see its wee flower down there, but that will bloom into a very large, very pretty big flower, and that will be in a few weeks, I would imagine. And then over here we have another wonderful tree that's starting to get heavy with leaves. It's still quite light. This is an American sycamore, and it has a chair. It has a chair in it. I'm not entirely sure why that is. Oh, it's because we've got a basket. We have a basket hanging from it, so that's conveniently situated chair. And there's a wee bird box as well that's on that American sycamore. And we'll come down this hill and we'll head over here towards this little feature. We've got a little water catcher here, and sometimes you'll see the birds bashing about in there in the morning. And we have these irises looking well, and there's a few more at the back, and there's a few more to come as well. And as we move round to the wee garden in front of the kitchen, well, I'm not going to pretend to know what everything that's in here, but there's all sorts of nice things, and there's a few rose bushes which certainly have a wee bit to go yet. They're not, the buds are there, but no flowers yet. But over here we have some nice rhododendrons, azalea, and here they are. They look lovely in their colours, and I think there's a yellow one as well somewhere. Here it is. There's one so far. We can get a wee look at it. I'm not doing a very good job at letting you see that. Well, I'll just stretch in. There it is. And then over here we've got these wee guys They've got a bit to go, but they're going to look magnificent when they finally bloom. And well, as you can see in a garden like this, there's a fair bit of grass cutting to be done, and thankfully Father Joseph loves cutting the grass, so I must get his lawnmower ready for him and he can get on with it.